What did I study to become a consultant? A lot of people's eyebrows are going to be raised at this. I'm going to be honest with you. There is no specific thing that you can study to become a consultant. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. It's great to have you in my little corner of YouTube where we speak all things adulting, faith, and lifestyle. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That red button must turn gray. Give this video a massive thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below what you enjoyed about today's video and what other videos you'd like to see. Share this with anybody and everybody who you think might need it. And last but not least, hit those notification bells so that you do not miss another video. So without wasting any more time, let us get straight into today's video. So we are back, guys. Back after I don't know how long. I have not sat down to record a sit down in so long. Yes, things are still burning at work, but I feel like there's only so many vlogs I can record. I don't have an interesting life. I spend my weekends indoors or going to steal food at home. I don't have much of a life for me to be recording vlogs every single week. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog marathons. If you have not seen any of them, do go back and check them out. There are quite a few. So yeah, there are some about my professional life and some about my personal life. So go and have fun, get some popcorn, and have a blast. And do share them with anybody and everybody who you think might need them. So without rambling, today I want to speak about consulting. I've been getting a lot of DMs about how did you get into consulting? What did you study to get into consulting? What do they ask you? What do they look for? What skills do you need to be a consultant? How did you find out about consultancy jobs? All of that jazz. So I want to address that today. The first thing I want to speak about is that if I say I work at the Big Four, yes, I'm attacking those who have been coming into my DMs and asking me for accounting help. Guys, I have not touched accounting since undergrad. If I say I'm working at the Big Four, it doesn't mean that I am a CA trainee or an audit trainee. Guys, I have not touched accounting. Besides tutoring my accounting students, I have not touched accounting since undergrad. But anyway, let's get into today's video. Consulting. What is consulting? Consulting is a way of providing expert advice and sometimes implementation support. I'll explain the sometimes now. And sometimes implementation support at a fee. And there are so many different types of consulting. There's change management consulting, technology consulting, IT, human resources management consulting, and what I'm in, strategy consulting. And I feel like a lot of people limit themselves to management consulting because that's all that people speak about on YouTube. I've been doing my research and I have not come across many IT consultants who have, YouTube videos, or HR consultants, change management consultants. I have not. So if you are watching this and you are in consulting and you do have the resources to educate people, please hit me up so that you can come in and speak about your line of consulting, so that we can educate people, because a lot of people just see management consulting and they throw themselves out, or they block themselves out because they think that that's all there is. So there are many types. I only listed a few. Trust me, there are so many more different types of consulting. So now consultants go in, specifically strategy consultants. We go in, we'll analyze your business, we'll identify problems, tell you what that problem is and how to fix it. But we won't do it for you. It's very rare that a project for strategy consultants, it's very rare that we'll go in and actually implement that solution. However, we can implement the solution if you give us more money. So you'll pay us for saying, hey, your pipe has burst. You can fix it by getting a plumber. But to go and look for a plumber, and we won't do that unless you pay us to do that. I hope I've simplified it enough for you to understand exactly what we do. We come up with strategies to fix your problem, but very rarely implement. But I think as consulting grows, we have seen that, companies do want us to come in and implement the solutions that we've, recommended. But that obviously means more money. Like, bring the money and we'll help you. So as I mentioned earlier, well-known firms, well-known consulting firms are your Deloittes, your KPMGs, your EYs, your PwCs, and they all have advisory services. So they are not just accounting or audit services, assurance, they put it under assurance. There's not just that. We have advisory services as well. You have taxation, you have legal services. Like, there are so many that you can look for in the Big Four. So I've gotten a lot of questions in my DMs about why I went into consulting. To be honest, when I applied for that job, I didn't know that it was consulting. I didn't know. I just saw that my degree was in the job spec and I applied. I was just applying to everything that had BCom Finance and BCom Honors Investment Management on. I was just applying to everything. So I did not know what consulting was. I don't know how I went through all those interviews. I guess they just looked at how you think. I'll touch on that point a bit more later in the video, but I didn't know what consulting was. But when I started learning, or when I started Googling, which was after I signed my job offer, by the way, I went through all of these things without knowing what consulting was. And after I got my contract, I was like, this thing is saying I'm a consultant. What is a consultant? So I went and I Googled and I watched YouTube videos and all of that stuff about what I actually signed myself up for. And it just, then I realized why. It's funny how God will throw you into something and you don't know why. And then when you're in there, it's like, oh God, I see what you were doing. I realized why. So I come from a very entrepreneurial family. Both my parents are in business. My grandfather is in business. Like, so many people in my family are in business. And obviously I grew up passionate about that because business is what put bread on the table for me. Business is what paid my school fees, business is what raised me. So I've seen many businesses fail. I think my parents have opened so many businesses and I've seen them failed. And I always just asked myself what I can do about it, So when I figured out that consulting is about learning about business problems and fixing those problems, I was like, bingo. Let me go in there and learn all that I can learn about fixing problems, how to identify problems in business, how to turn businesses around, and then go and implement those, go high, because I can't sit on that knowledge. So it was a win-win situation, It really was a win-win situation. I can't say I know enough yet to go and fix situations at home, but I can definitely see that my mind and how I think has changed since I walked into those doors at the beginning of January 2021. I can see that, my mindset has developed. I'm able to identify things better. I'm able to make recommendations. I'm able to challenge thinking and all of that stuff. But yeah, enough about that. That's how I got into consulting and why I went into consulting. I didn't know what I was signing up for, but when I got in there by mistake, I was like, hey, it's actually not so bad. So why did I choose the Big Four? I don't think I chose the Big Four. I think the Big Four chose me. Like I mentioned earlier in the video that I didn't know what I was applying for. I always thought the Big Four was just about accounting. So when I saw the job spec, I was like, I'm just applying. I don't know what I'm doing there, but I'm just applying, And like I mentioned, I applied to over 60 companies when I was looking for a job back in my honors year. So literally, I just applied. So the Big Four chose me. I did not choose the Big Four. I did not realize that there was so much hype around the Big Four until I said I'm from the Big Four and people were like, I just thought there were big buildings on the side of the highway, So yeah, but I'll go into another video about, the benefits of working for a Big Four and why you should, now that I am educated, why you should try to get into the Big Four. It's not the be all and end all, but there are definitely benefits to being there, but there are disadvantages as well. So in that video, I'll speak about all of that stuff. What did I study to become a consultant? A lot of people's eyebrows are going to be raised at this. I'm going to be honest with you, there is no specific thing that you can study to become a consultant. I studied BCom Finance as my undergrad, and my postgrad was in it was a BCom Honors in Investment Management. But I work with people who studied chemical engineering, electrical engineering. Some people studied law. Some people studied BA degrees. Some people studied IT. There are so many different people that I work with, and I just realized when I got there that it's not even about what you study, it's about how you think. Like, can you prove to the interviewing panel that you can think and that you can come up with solutions? And if they can see that you're sharp like that, then you're in. It does not matter what you studied. You could be a musician, for crying out loud. Okay, maybe I'm pushing it, but like, you could be a musician, for crying out loud. That's how much it does not matter what you studied. All that matters is how you can think and how you can apply what you've thought about. And they train you. Don't think you should get there and know everything. It's literally just basic problem solving skills. And then they get there and they mold you into the type of consultant that they need you to be. That is consulting. It's a very fast-paced industry. You're learning every single day, which is good sometimes, but sometimes it brings up, you know, imposter syndrome vibes for me especially. But that is consulting in a nutshell. I will go into more videos about this because I can see that you guys are asking me so many questions about it. So if you do have questions that I did not address in this video, come through with questions, either in the comments, in my DMs. My DMs are always open. I trust me, my DMs are always open. Anybody who has slid into my DMs can attest to that. And I'm always willing to answer your questions, both on DM as well as on my videos. So if I didn't address questions that you still have, trust me, the videos are coming. The consulting videos are coming. I can see there is a need, so I am here to fill that gap. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do subscribe, comment, like, and share. And don't forget to hit me up with those questions that you would like answered in subsequent videos. And with that, with so much love and so much light from me to you, have an amazing rest of the day. Stay safe and God bless. Bye, guys.